Right, like I said, I wanted to make one more video to really help you out and maybe polish up your website a little bit, but more importantly, to show you how to promote your website. Because really, what good is it going to be to have this really nice looking website if nobody's even going on it, right? It's totally pointless. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that I've learned to boost my views. Well, I'll go to my website really quick right now. I'll try and show you, just so you have an idea of, the traffic you can start getting. I know I have potential to grow more. So this is the fake site we have here. I just have myself going at it right now. But let me log out. I'll go into my real website. You'll notice there's a bit of a difference. Okay, so it's the beginning of the week. It's only Monday, so I have a certain number right now. But really, as you can see, for a week, I'll get thousands of views. So there's a big jump in, the page I just started versus the page that I have now. So how do you start building up your site to get these visitors on your page, checking out your music, and really building their trust and their relationship with you? I'm going to run through those things. So, hope you enjoy this, and I hope it's beneficial. I know it will be if you do put it into practice. That is the real key here. You can't just watch the video and expect to see results. You really have to put in that work, but I'm going to help you out, okay? So what I did here, this is the website that we made together. Got everything all set up. I rearranged some things. Well, let me refresh it because I did rearrange things a little bit. Nothing too crazy though. Okay, let me hit publish first. Okay, it's taking its time. So one of the most effective things you can do, again, the algorithm changes on Google, so it can be kind of tough to get people to your website. So one of the best things you can do is make a blog. This is the one on my website, djshansbeats.com/blog. You'll find it under the More section. Just click there. And so what the blog is a bunch of articles that are, one, beneficial to your visitors, and helpful, and two, they're filled with information that Google looks at and sees as useful and beneficial. This is going to increase the time that people are on your website. All of these things are going to factor into what Google thinks is good and useful information for people. Therefore, you will rank higher on Google's charts. So when someone types in a keyword, your page is going to show up on page 1, okay, of Google's results. Let's see. Okay, it still didn't refresh, so we're not going to worry about that. So what are some things that you can write about? And how can you make this as easy as possible? Well, to start off for beginners, what I would recommend are just making articles about things that you're already well experienced at, as long as it is pertaining to your niche here, what you're doing. So an example here, I'll go to one of my earlier ones, how to promote your music on YouTube for free. I've learned how to do that, so I wrote an article on it, and it was a lot easier to do than picking a subject that I didn't have as much information about. Another example are questions that your customers may frequently have. How do you record? How do you get your vocals to sound so good? Whatever you've learned, you write an article about it, and your customers will then check that out because maybe they want to do something similar. And the more useful and helpful it is, the more they will be willing to share it with others. That's another thing that's going to help you to rank better on Google. You see how I have these buttons to tweet or like the page, each individual page? See this? 7 likes. That's really good. because that means 7 people liked it, so they're sharing it with their friends. It's showing up on their feed when they do that. Google sees these kind of things when people are liking your page on social media and whatnot. They see that as a good thing because everybody uses social media these days, so they use it to be able to help determine how useful and how enjoyable your website and your information is. So I would definitely recommend having little buttons on all your pages. Again, I have a wide variety of subjects I cover here. So let me show you how to set up your blog, okay? Let's exit out of that. In order to build a blog, let's go to Pages, hit plus, see, blog page. Very simple. We'll just leave it as blog. We don't need to make anything fancy. And we'll hit done. Now your blog page is going to be a little different than a standard page. And it was a little confusing for me. But if you're using Weebly.com, I'm going to help you to do this as easily as possible. Okay. Page title, I would just put blog. It's not working exactly how I wanted to, so let's just hit done. Okay. Come on, Weebly. Not working with me. You know what? That's good. Let me sign out of my real page so I can show you even easier on our test page, okay? Let's log in there. That's probably what the problem was, actually. Let's hit save. Alright, let's go into edit site. So I'll show you from step 1, okay? This is even better. Go to pages. Okay, the reason it wasn't working earlier is because I already have a blog page on my real website. So let's hit plus, blog page, blog, done. Okay, that's what the problem was. So let's bring that blog page up, put it next to the mobile store. Okay, here's a nice little trick for your website too. See how it's not showing up right now? And you notice this page is indented. That means it's hidden under mobile store. See that plus button? See blog? So if you put it underneath a page and you go just a little bit to the right, it'll show up as a drop-down menu. Okay, so under About Me now, there's this plus button and there's a blog. So we don't want to do that though, but it is a nice little trick if you want to conserve some space on your menu here. So for example, you can put the About Me under frequently asked questions if you want. So then let's go back to the home page. So then instead of having it all show up top here, you can just, if they want to learn more about you under frequently asked questions, they can click it. Okay. Let's go back to our blog though. We have it showing up here now. Now, how do we start making pages or posts? Well, once you click on the blog page, you'll have the little buttons down here. Don't know what this one is. It's kind of annoying, but right underneath it says New Post. That's how you're going to be able to start writing a new page. So hit New Post. You put your post title here. How to record epic vocals, for example. You want to drag your text here. This is how you record epic vocals. You'll definitely want to have something a lot more catchy to really pull your reader in. And some of the other things you want to keep in mind when you're writing these blog posts are keywords. I mentioned it briefly before. Keywords are very important to actually get people to your website. Now, I don't care who you are. I know you've done Google searches before, so I know this is going to be relevant for you. Let's take an example here. Let's think about something that someone in your music niche would actually search. So, an example is how to sell beats online. So we'll go with the producer example here, okay? So you notice I have a little extension here that lets me know how many people are searching for this a month. Let's see if I can remember that, because that will be very helpful for you. I believe if you go to under Google Chrome, that's how I was able to do it, and you go to extensions, you can download the one I have here. I will just, you know what, I will put it on the page. I'll find the link to be able to add this extension so I can make it easier for you. But if you don't have the extension, you can always go to Google Keyword Tool, or Keyword Planner, I guess is what it's really called. But this will let you search for keywords and see how relevant they are if people are even searching for it. So let's start using it. So adwords.google.com/keyword planner. So what we would do is start typing in keywords, maybe beats for sale, buy beats online, oops, sorry, and click get search volume. This is gonna show you that 6,600 people roughly search for beats for sale. So what you want to do is find keywords like this with a low competition, because then you're just not going to rank. There's too many people using the same keyword. So you want to find some, you want to be creative, write them all down on a notepad and see what you come up with. See if you can find something with lower competition but still a lot of search volume. After you do that, you write an article using those keywords. Now you want your keyword, here we go, you want your keyword to be in the title, you want it to be in the first paragraph of your article, and then you want it to be in there maybe 3 or 4 more times throughout the article. But don't just throw it in there, make it actually fit in with the article. Another thing I would recommend is making your articles at least 1,000 words long. That may sound like a lot, but nowadays that's what Google is looking for. They're looking for long, relevant information because a lot of people have tried to trick Google with these little short articles that really they're just putting all these little keywords in there. And so Google has gotten smarter than that. So they want you to put long, helpful articles. And if you do that, then you're actually going to be able to rank well, okay? So that's really one of the biggest things you can do to promote. I know I just touched on things briefly. Use that Google Keyword Planner tool. Find some nice keywords and make some nice articles about 1,000 words long so that they can start ranking like you see here. How to sell beats online. Somebody went through, wrote a nice article that's actually helpful and beneficial. Got, I'm sure, at least 1,000 words here. And let's go up. And then that way you'll actually be able to start getting people to your site. Trust me, you're not going to get any traffic if you don't start doing that. People want helpful information, helpful tools, helpful articles. And if they do get your help, then they're going to really appreciate it more, and they're going to start coming more often to your site for more information. So that's one of the big things, blog posts. The other thing I mentioned in my last video was having this email list. Now this is the simple one that comes with AWeber or with Weebly, but I would recommend getting AWeber. AWEBER is very nice because you can send automated emails to those that you have signed up to your email list. So if you do legacy follow-up series, you can send them automatic emails immediately after they sign up. So I have the first one sent immediately, the next one sent 3 days later, the next one sent 4 days later. So you can have pre-made emails and send them to everybody that signs up to your email list. Now, this is very, very, very powerful because one, people probably aren't going to appreciate your music the first time they visit your site. And what's going to happen is they're just going to click away and they're probably going to forget about your website and never go back. However, if you have them sign up to your email list right here, then you got them. You got their information. You send them these emails. You send them helpful, free stuff, free information, and they're going to remember you and they're going to come back to your website. Maybe the second time they see your site, they say, oh, I really like this music. You know, I think I'm actually going to download something. I think I'm going to make a purchase here. All right, so that's the mindset that people have. I mean, if you even think about it yourself, when you first click on a website, do you immediately buy something? No, you need to build trust in whoever it is first. So the biggest things are those blog posts, the email newsletter, and the third biggest thing I would recommend is having social media accounts, all of them, and then posting links, like on my real website, posting links so that people can share your articles and they can share your page with anyone they want. So I have all of these. I have Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and is there a few more there? Okay, yeah. A few more there. I have down here, I have Instagram, YouTube. All they have to do is click. Okay, my internet's not working too great right here. Okay. All they have to do is click and they'll get right to your social media page. Now this is very important because, you know, everybody's using social media today. So there's really no better free way to promote your music. So just sign up to all of them. I would really recommend that. The more you're out there, the more chances there are of people seeing your stuff and then going back to your website. So, you know, if they do go on your website and maybe they add you on Instagram, then, you know, again, there's just so much competition. You need to have them see your logo and your music as much as possible so that they don't forget about you. Okay, now that was the free way. The last thing I'll mention is paid advertising. What you can do is go to Google AdWords.com. Really bad time for my internet to go down, right? So you go to adwords.google.com, sign up for free, and you can start putting ads on Google. That's a very useful way. That's an expensive way to do it, but it is an option. Another thing that I've been doing lately is Facebook ads and Instagram ads. It's a lot cheaper alternative. I guess I'll just have to wait till my internet gets back up here. But it's a lot cheaper alternative than Google. That can get kind of pricey and confusing. The nice thing about Facebook and Instagram is you can target your audience by age, and you could set a budget of how much you want to spend. Honestly, you could just spend like $10 a week and you get like thousands of people seeing your little ad, telling them to check out your new single or offering them something free by going to your website and again using that email list to get their information so that they don't forget about you. Okay, so that really covers up some of the big things that are going to really help you to bring traffic to your website. If you have more questions, some suggestions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. But look at that. We have our whole website here. Everything you need to get going. You have free options. You have the cheap, affordable options to really stand out. and I'll make sure to leave links so you can start setting things up step by step yourself, and you can have your own website running in probably half an hour to an hour. Just think of how much more potential you'll have to be successful by having your own professional website. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please send me an email, visit my page if you have any more questions, and please be on the lookout because this is not the end here. I'm going to be offering more free information on djshansbeats.com, and I'm going to be uploading more music as well, okay? So keep posted for that. All right, thank you.